we read Jada Pinkett's Worthy, so you don't have to. And in it, she profiles herself like some sort of Walter White inside The Wire. Thankfully, a lot of industry folks, including 50 Cent and Jim Jones, are calling her out. Nobody is buying it. You got to watch this, guys.
Hey up everyone, it's me, Steph the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and I am joined by our erstwhile leader, Andy. How are you doing today, hun?
I am doing great because the Jada gifts keep on coming. We have Jada now acting literally like Walter White, Steph. Now, full disclosure, Steph stayed up all night. Thank you, Steph. Man, you are a trooper. All hail Steph. She read about half of the book so far, and she's been giving me snippets to look at. And as it sounds like the beginning of this book is really detailing her we're gonna call it the D trade, okay? You guys know what it is, so we don't keep the reviewers, etc. But what's really interesting is we're gonna talk about what's in the book, but we're also gonna talk about the people in the industry who are like, we're not buying this, Jada. We need to talk to some real people from the hood, from the areas you were in Baltimore, etc., to prove that this is legit, because no one's buying it, Steph. No one's buying it. And then even 50 Cent is coming forward, going against her hard. So we're going to go to those reactions. But Steph, let's start with what she's claiming in this book, where she literally details herself as being the queen pin. Is that a summary? Is that a proper term she wants to call herself during this weird chapter of glorifying her as a drug dealer?
Yeah, so essentially she begins to explain why she wanted to get into the D trade in the first place, really, especially with her upbringing not being too great in some respects. Now, she was turning around and she was like, look, it was her way to financial stability and mobility, saying that, if anyone was going to give me the trappings of the good life, it was going to be me. I came to the conclusion that I could be a successful dealer as any man. In my view, I could work my way to running a whole operation and be a queen pin. And she does detail the said operation as she was working inside of Baltimore at the time in this book, essentially saying that her first goal of having an acting career became secondary because she was under the illusion she could actually become a bona fide queen pin. The timing was right, that Baltimore was a hub for the D trade, and a lot of product just flowed in and out of the city. And then she goes on to explain how the flow of the product worked going in and out of Baltimore. She also, two big things come to mind here with what I've read so far. She details two incidents while she was, quote, a queen pin. First incident where she was literally held at gunpoint, where this dude, will say, robbed her at gunpoint, took all her jewelry, her cash, her
and just to be clear, Steph, robbed her because she was selling D's. Like, yes. This is, she's no victim here. She put herself in these situations and sort of writes the section you sent me here. When I was reading it, it just like, so like I don't feel bad for you, girl. Like, why were you putting yourself in these situations with these guys who she admits weren't good guys, weren't safe people? She was even like, shouldn't interact with these people, but all right, let me show me your money. Great. Okay, I will. Like, it's just, all this stuff is not good. Like, it's not good.
No, it's not. And then there's the second story that's literally soon after she writes about this first one I've referenced, where she is with, let's say, her D boss, the one above her, and they're going down into his basement to collect his stash and some money. And again, she's held at gunpoint whilst this other separate dude is literally robbing her boss. And so she is referencing at least two times in this book, while she's being this almighty queen pin, right, where she nearly got unalived because of it all. Good queen pin she was, right? But as Andy was saying, people have already read this book. I've already gone halfway through it on my end, and they are really, really doubting Jada's whole recollection of her being a queen pin in the first place. Jim Jones apparently skeptical of Jada selling the D stuff as a teen, saying we need to go see if they got some friends that can verify. Andy, what do we know about this?
Yeah, well, he's a great rapper. He's lived and had an experiences. I've tried to, I don't know, I'm super familiar with him, so I don't want to be incorrect, but from just the Wikipedia, it sounds like, yeah, I know he would know some folks who did this. If you scroll down, there's a little bit of there's a YouTube link right there. You can watch his little exchange that he posted. I guess this is on Instagram. But here, I just like this because he's really calling her out.
Okay, so let's play this now then.
The whole thing is, if you sold crack in the 90s, 9 times out of 10, there's still some crackheads in the neighborhood that can vouch that you was selling that butter. I don't know where Jada grew up at, but we need to go check and see. They got some fiends that can verify, validify that she was selling that thing back in the. She had that butter on the block for sale.
That butter is what we'll call it, Steph. That's, I guess, the lingo. Those fiends. If any fiends out there can come up and verify the butter that Jada was selling, by all means, hit us up. Now, here's 50 Cent. This photo is real. This one really made me laugh. Sorry, got to do it. Thug Life Jada in New York looking for Puffy. LOL. You think I'm going to get away with this? 50 Cent's not having it. 50 Cent, nope. Another guy who's been shot 50 times, right? They tried to get him. He's still living. I would say 50 Cent's a thug, right? He knows the streets. Like he's lived that life and survived. And he is not hiding away from calling out Jada. This is the more amusing, but if you go down, I think there was a second one I sent you, Steph.
There is a second one.
He had 2 call outs.
Before we get to that, all I'm just going to say is this picture right now calls to mind the Kanye West, Bianca Censori moment in Venice on that boat. I'm just going to put it out there, all right, guys? And if you guys are getting the same thought as well, there's something wrong. Anyways, yes, 50 Cent, the second call out. Yeah, I think we need to do a hashtag Free Will Smith moment.
Exactly. Free Will Smith. Enough is enough. What the F is going on? And he's obviously promoting his liquors. Jada Pinkett Smith, she sold a lot of butter as a teenager. Look, to see all these people come out of the woodwork to make fun of, 50 Cent is someone I would trust way more, would know more about this than, say, Jada, right? Jim Jones, all these people coming forward, calling her out. Once again, exposing this woman. I would not be surprised, guys, if we do start seeing more and more people coming out of the woodwork to just expose her for the fraud that she is. Like, if you go back to the Tupac one, like if you missed yesterday's video, which thankfully you guys are watching in droves, thank you. You guys are clicking that one like crazy. If you missed it, I'll make sure it's at the end of this one as well. But we are looking into it. Like, how much is she really telling the truth about Tupac, Steph? Like, that's what's really weird to me. Like, Tupac had a girlfriend who didn't go visit him in Rikers, like, didn't want to be there. Like, there's a lot to it that, how much is she lying, and how pissed do you think Tupac is that Jada's now, like, all over him, using him? I'm my soulmate. We were the one. Like, Jada has now pretty much post-thought, after death, made it like they are the couple. And it seems like they were indeed friends. Like, I'm not going to doubt that. But it does feel like the Psycho X, who is now, like, claimed ownership over Tupac Shakur. And I'm just waiting for more of Tupac's family to come forward and be like, Jada, back down. Enough is enough is ridiculous. If you want to go emasculate your man who's still alive and allowing it, go do your thing. But keep Tupac Shakur's name out of your motherfucking mouth is what I'm waiting for, Steph. Do you think that's going to come?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Again, I've gone through half of this book so far, and she's the bear. Does she talk about Tupac a lot? And she talks about Tupac. She tries to make it out that it's a brother and sister kind of situation, but she speaks about him much more warmly and much more fondly than she does of Will Smith. And that's right. But
the question was, do you think the family at some point will speak out and call her BS on her relationship with Tupac?
I'm not too sure. Will Jada, though, stop talking about Tupac? Hell no. Hell no. It's her claim to hip-hop royalty, fame kind of situation, right? Something for her to latch on to make her more important than she actually is, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't think she'll ever stop talking about Tupac, no way. But Tupac's family coming out and telling her to shut the hell up, I'm not too sure.
I mean, oh, you're there for it like I am.
Oh yeah. If it happens, as soon as it happens, we're doing a video on it. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah, Chad, I'm curious what you think. Do you believe this closeness to Tupac as much as she's claiming after death? Like, it feels too intense to me. And as we keep uncovering and reporting on the book, let us know if you want us to keep doing these updates. We will. And if anybody out there has some truth about this, and Jada, please, by all means, reach out to us on social, through our email. Check out the description. There's ways to contact us, Steph or I, and I would love to get that sorted out because I'm not buying it, man. To me, the most telling thing was when Hoda Kotb actually called her out, Steph, and was like, "You're a sneaky one. You know, you're a straight shooter, but you're not always." And Jada had to acknowledge, "Yep, it's true," which just again proves she's a liar. She will do what she's got to do and make up what she's got to make up to keep her narrative spinning. And this book, I think, is going to derail her in ways she wasn't planning for. Sure, she made a little bit of quick buck. An advance on the dough, but I don't think this book's going to be as successful as she thinks. I think people are fed up with her, and I think a lot more people may come forward exposing her of her narcissistic lies and tendencies. So stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the subscribe button for Steph, the alter nerd. Smash the like button. I want to see your comments. You can also hit the join button because, yes, we're still trucking through amidst all our technical and mental, physical issues that we've been facing this week. We are so grateful that you guys keep tuning in. We will keep on going, right, Steph? The show must go on. We will be back with more content today. Hopefully, we should be live today as well. So we hope to see you guys there. So make sure if you haven't already hit the subscribe and check out these. And what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe Jada is Walter White? Do you think she's just trying to do a reboot, Steph? Breaking Bald? Is that what it's going to be? I'm waiting for the memes. Send me some Breaking Bald memes of Jada now as the drug queen pin. And I want to see them right now.
I already have an idea for the thumbnail, Andy. I already have an idea for a thumbnail. Just watch this space, mate. Watch this space.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Steph. We will see you soon. And clickety-click these, right, Steph?
Yeah.
Clickety-click.
Clickety-click.